Peace, peace, peace. Love, love, love. Unity, unity, unity. Community, community, community. Family, family, family. Shlama, shlama, shlama. Peace, 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 peace. Love, 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 love. Unity, 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 unity. Community, 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 community. Family, 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 family. Shlama, 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 shlama. Today is January 27th, 2025. Before I get started, 1 second. Sorry about that. The first book I'll be reading will be The Power of Discipline. How to use self-control and mental toughness to achieve your goals. Daniel Walter. Random page, random chapter, and it goes like this. Chapter 14. Fall in love with the process. Once you know what goal you want to achieve, you have developed a plan to get there. The next step is to enjoy the process. A lot of people get excited about finding their passion, setting goals, and putting a system in place. But when the reality of the amount of work that is required to achieve their goals sets in, they give up. The problem is that human beings don't like stepping outside of the comfort zone. In fact, the body is designed to operate in this way. Unless you were raised in a family where success was mandatory and you were trained from childhood to develop good habits, you will find the process of goal setting very difficult. If you study the most successful athletes in the world, you will discover that the majority of them have been trained since childhood. For example, before anyone knew who the Williams sisters were, their father started training them to become professional tennis players at the age of 3. We saw Venus win her first professional match at the age of 14. That's 11 years in training. Cristiano Ronaldo is regarded as one of the world's greatest soccer players. He started training at the age of 11. Tiger Woods has been learning to play golf since the age of 6. The point I'm trying to make is that excellence is not birthed overnight. You are not going to write out your goals and achieve them tomorrow. It's going to take some serious hard work on your part. If you are going to make the transition from setting goals to achieving them, it's essential that you learn to enjoy the process no matter how difficult it is. Why? Because if you attempt to rely on determination and motivation to get you through, you you will give up before you you even started building momentum. In this chapter, I will teach you how to change the way you think about hard work and start enjoying the process of success. The power of association. There are limitations to motivation. You feel empowered when you focus on your goals, but the daily grind of getting you there will completely drain your energy unless you learn to enjoy the work involved. The good news is that with some basic knowledge of psychology, you can start getting just as excited about the journey as you're about the destination. Have you ever trained an animal? If so, you have some knowledge about the power of association. Psychologist Ivan Pavlov demonstrated this in the 1890s with a study he conducted on the way dogs salivate when they were fed. Before, I'm sorry, after some time, he noticed that dogs would salivate when they heard footsteps of Pavlov's assist or when he walked into the room, even if he wasn't carrying any food. Pavlov concluded that the dogs associate mealtime with the sounds of footsteps, which trigger an automatic salvation response. He investigated this further and introduced a bell of feeding time. Pavlov began to ring a bell just before mealtime, and within a few days, the dogs had formed an association with the sound of the bell ringing. In mealtime, they would salivate at the sound of the bell even if there was no food. With this relationship, the Pavlov experiment have with 21st century humans, it didn't. I'm sorry. It demonstrates that instead of having to force certain responses, we can make the process a lot easier by using the power of conditioning. If you compare a unpleasant or difficult task with positive feelings, over time you will start to enjoy the task because a positive association of action and feeling has been formed in your mind. What I'm saying is that it is possible to feel happy at the thought of hard work. Bless you, baby. It might sound too good to be true, but to make it even better, the process is relatively simple and easy to accomplish. Your job is to think about how you could trigger feelings of calm and pleasure before, during, and after you have completed the task. May I stress that even though this is a simple process, the only reason people fail is because they are not consistent. Conditioning doesn't happen overnight, and if you are not willing to put the work in over the short term, you will not reap the long term benefits. Let's take a look at how this can work for you on a personal level. Let's say you want to launch your own company, but you need to put a business plan together to apply for a bank loan. You know that this will take several hours of research and then additional hours of research to put a plan together. The idea of sitting in front of your laptop to accomplish this goal fills you with your dread, and so you keep putting it off. What can you do to form a positive association with a difficult task? Here are some ideas to get you started. How to form positive associations. Think about your favorite snack or beverage. Before sitting down to start working on the business plan, you prepare your snack or pour out a cup of the drink you like. After a while, your mind will begin to associate the act of consuming your favorite drink or snack with it working on your business plan. Or you could spend a few minutes listening to your favorite motivational speaker or reading an inspirational article before you start work. Or you might enjoy taking a hot shower with a scented shower gel. This will encourage you to associate a certain smell and temperature with product, productive productive work. While working, play some light music in the background to keep you motivated. People generally find that music with lyrics is too distracting. By going on YouTube and type in productivity music, and you find a selection of playlists that will help keep you focused uh, keep you focused while working. After a while, you will begin to associate this music with productivity, and self reinforcing cycle will set in. After each session, give yourself a reward to congratulate yourself for getting through that process. For example, you can watch an episode of your favorite TV series, or you can read a few chapters of the fiction novel you have been so excited about. There is a lot more to creating systems of rewards than giving yourself a pat on the back. What are you doing in this training? Your brain to create a link between hard work and positive emotions. If you are consistent with this routine, you will eventually get to the point where the process will become so automatic that you won't need the reward. You will you will have developed such a strong association with the reward that your pay its own hard work will pay its own payoff. Here's another example. Maybe you want to start going to the gym more often because you want to lose some weight. You could create a playlist of your favorite songs and listen to them while working out. This will give you an incentive to go to the gym. And the association with your favorite music and going to the gym intensifies the idea of working out will become more exciting to you. You will begin to find the mere thought of going to the gym pleasurable so that even if you forgot your playlist, you will still enjoy the experience. Hmm. I'm gonna finish the chapter. Yeah. Repetition is the key to success. When you repeat an action over and over again, you will stop wasting your time and energy debating whether you should or shouldn't participate in the action required to achieve your goal. It would become as natural as brushing your teeth, and you would just do it. Another powerful technique that can assist you in learning to love the process of goal attainment is to associate your success with your identity. What do I mean by this? Think about the type of person you become once you have achieved your goal in comparison to the person you are now. At the present, you might feel a little bit insecure because you are not where you want to be in life. Maybe you are overweight or you are not earning the money you would have hoped to be earning at this age. Thinking of yourself as a person who is making a transition from the person you are now to the person you aspire to become will encourage you to keep pushing as you work hard to achieve your goal. With every milestone you achieve, your new identity will become more realistic as each day passes. If your goal is to run a full marathon, don't see yourself as someone who is working toward achieving this goal, but see yourself as someone who is health conscious, full of energy, and for whom exercise is part of life. Remember, your thoughts are powerful. The more time you spend thinking about something, the more you will attract it to your life. Mm. How do you want to feel about yourself? Would you encourage you? Would it encourage you to know that the only thing in the way of standing in the way of you and the person you want to become is consistent action? A clever way to think about the process of hard work required for progress towards your goals is to feel grateful for having the opportunity to improve your life. So many people are caught up in the stresses of life that they have no time to sit down to even think about the better life they want to live. Let alone start taking the required steps to achieve that dream life. Just before you just before you start working on a project, or you are about to start that workout session, take a few minutes to think about how grateful and excited you are to have this amazing opportunity to change your life. You can also implement a gold star reward. There's a reason why they did this in school. Do you remember how excited you got after handing in an assignment and getting it back with a gold star and a well done? At the end of the project, I guess, well, not only you were proud of yourself, but it also encouraged you to put your best efforts forward so you will get another gold star you could run home and tell mommy about. Sticking gold stars on a calendar for each day that you went to the gym might sound like something that you would do only in elementary school, but seeing those gold stars will fill you with a sense of achievement and empower you to keep moving towards your end goal. If you are going to implement this strategy, hang the calendar up in a location you will see it every day so that every time you look at it, you are reminded of your achievements so far. Okay. You are encouraged to keep going, even if you still have a long way to go. As well as learning to enjoy the process, you also need to train yourself to view your negative emotion in a positive light. Negative emotions are in fact of life, and there is a good chance you will experience them even more. So while you are working to achieve your goals, however, once you change your perception of negative emotions, they will begin to work for you and not against you. I will discuss this process in the next chapter. This is a good book. This is a good book. The Power of Discipline: How to Use Self-Control and Mental Toughness to Achieve Your Goals. Um, Make sure y'all share this video. Have this video go from 1 share to 100 shares, 100 shares to 1,000 shares, 1,000 shares to 10,000 shares, 10,000 shares to 100,000 shares, 100,000 shares. Y'all know the rest. 1 million shares. So, and it all starts with you. Um, Make sure y'all drink your teas out here. Mm, mm, mm. I drink tea like maybe 5, 6 times a day, maybe more. Um, Tea is very good. Um, Make sure y'all drink your juices too. Mm. My baby looking me up. Mm. She got sweet potatoes in here, yellow carrots, spinach, cucumber, celery, kale, romaine lettuce, excuse me, apples, pineapples. That's a good drink, baby. Thank you. Something new. We just tried. Mm, that's real good. The next book I'm gonna be reading will be The Left Hand of God. Paul Hoffman. I read this last night and I said I'm gonna read this in February from start to finish. Listen, the sanctuary of the Redeemers on Soto over Scarp is named after a dang lie, for there is no redemption that goes on there unless sanctuary. The country around is full of scrub and splendidly weeds, and you can barely tell the difference between summer and winter, which is to say that it is always bloody freezing no matter what the time of year. The sanctuary itself is visible for miles when there is no filthy smog obscuring it, which is rare, and it made of flint, concrete, and rice flour. The flour makes the concrete harder than rock, and this is one of the reasons that the prison for this is what it truly is, has sistered the many attempts to take it by siege, attempts for now considered so futile that as no one has tried to take Shoto over sanctuary for hundreds of years. It is stinking, foul place, and no one except the Lord Redeemers go there willingly. Who are the prisoners then? This is the wrong word for those who are taken to Shoto because prisoners suggest a crime and none of them, have offended any law made by man or God. Nor did they look like any prisoner you would ever have seen. Those who brought here are all the boys under the age of 10. Depending on their age when they enter, it may be more than 15 years before they leave, and then half will do so. The other half will have left in a shroud of blue sacking and been buried in Jinky Field, a graveyard that begins under the walls. The graveyard is vast, spreading as far as you can see, so you will have some idea of the size of the Shoto and how very hard it is to stay alive. No one knows his way around all of it, and it is easy to get lost within its endless corridors that twist and turn, high and low. As in any wilderness, there is no charge in the way it looks. Every part of it looks much the same as every other part, brown, dark, grim, and smelling of something old and ranky. Standing in one of those corridors is a boy looking out a window and holding a large dark blue sack. He is perhaps 14 or 15 years old. He is not short, and neither is anyone else. He has forgotten his real name because everyone who comes here is rebaptized with the name of the one of the martyrs of the Lord Redeemers, and there are many of them on account of the fact that, time out of mind, everyone they have failed to convert has hated their guts. The boy starting out of the window is called Thomas Cow, although no one ever uses his first name, and he is committed and most us two lords and their black Cossacks stepped over the threshold and unshirt and a small boy of about 8, followed by another slightly younger, and then another. Cal counted 20 in all before another brace of redeemers brought up the rear, and slowly, artistically, the gate began to close. Cal's expression changed as he leaned forward to see out of the closing gate and into the scrublands beyond. He had been outside the walls of only 6 occasions since he had come here more than a decade before. It was said the youngest child ever brought to the sanctuary. On these occasions he was watched as if the lives of his guards depend on it, which they did. Had he failed any of these 6 tests, for that was what there were, he would have been killed on the spot. Of his former life, he could remember nothing. The next read I will be reading. I'm gonna taste the juice again. That's some good juice. The next read I'm gonna be reading is the Holy Quran with English translation and commentary, Milana Muhammad Ali version. Random page, random chapter, and it goes like this. Chapter 47, Muhammad. Section 1. Opponents will perish in war. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful. Those who disbelieve and turn man from Allah away, he will destroy their works. And those who believe and do good and believe in that which has been revealed to Muhammad and is the truth from the Lord, he removed their evil from them and improved their conditions. That is because those who disbelieve follow falsehood, and those who believe follow the truth from their Lord. Thus does Allah set forth their descriptions for man. So when you meet in battle those who disbelieve, smite the necks. Then, when you have overcome them, make them prisoners, and afterwards set them free as a favor or for ransom till the war lay down his burdens, that shall be so. And if Allah please, He will certainly extract retribution from them, but that He may be tried some of you by means of others. And those who are slain in the way of Allah, He will never allow these to perish. He will guide them and improve their condition, and make them enter the garden, which He has made known to them. O you who believe, if you help Allah, He will help you and make firm your feet. And those who disbelieve, for them is destruction, and He will destroy their works. That is because they hate that which Allah reveals, so He has rendered their deeds fruitless. Have they not traveled in the land and seen what was on the end of those before them? Allah destroyed them, and of for the disbelievers like thereof. That is because of Allah is the patron of those who believe, and because the disbeliever has no patron. Section 2. Oppressors shall be brought low. Surely Allah will make those who believe and do good into gardens, wherein flow rivers, and those who disbelieve enjoy themselves and eat as the cattle eat, and the fire is their abode. And how many a town more powerful than that town which has driven thee out? We destroyed them, so there was no helper for them. Hmm. Is them who has a clear argument from his Lord, like him to whom his evil conduct is made fair seeming, and they follow their low desires. A parable of the garden, which the dutiful are promised. Therein are rivers of water, not altering for the worst, and rivers of milk thereof, milk whereof the taste changes not, and rivers of wine, delicious to the dark drinkers, and the rivers of honey clarified, and for them therein all fruits and protection. But how it would be when the angels cause them to die, smiting their faces and their backs. That is because they follow that which displeases Allah and are averse to His pleasures, so He makes their deeds fruitless. Last section, section 4. At exhortation. Nope, at ex exhortation. Yep, exhortation. Or do those in whose heart is a disease think that Allah would not bring forth their spite? And if we please, we could show them to thee, so that thou shouldest know them by their marks. And certainly thou canst recognize them by the tone of their speech, and Allah knows your deeds. And certainly we shall try you till we know those among you who you strive hard, and the steadfast and the manifest your news. Surely those who disbelieve and hinder man from Allah's way and oppose the messenger after guidance is quite clear to them cannot harm Allah in the way. Cannot harm Allah in any way, and He will make their deeds fruitless. O you who believe, obey Allah and obey the messenger, and make not your deeds vain. Surely those who disbelieve and hinder man from Allah's way, then die disbelievers. Allah will not forgive them, and be not slack, so as to cry for peace, and you are the utmost, and Allah is with you, and He will not bring your deeds to naught. Their life The life of this world is but idle, sport and play. And if you believe and keep your duty, he will give you your reward. And he does not ask of you your wealth. If he should ask for it and press you, he will be niggardly, and he will bring forth you malice. Behold, you are those who are called to spend Allah's way, but among you are those who are niggardly, and whoever niggardly against his own soul. And Allah is a self-sufficient, and you are needy. If you are turned back, he will bring in you your place. Another people, they will not be like you. That was the Holy Quran with English translation and commentary. Malana Muhammad Ali version. I'm about to get going, y'all. Thank y'all for spending time with me. Share this video, heart this video. Have this video go from 1 share to 1,000,000 shares. It starts with you. Shout out to my baby. Shout out to my team. Go to YouTube, Dion's Life. She's crushing it over there as well. Go to my Facebook. All social media. We all active. I do have merch. I'm gonna make that announcement today or later on today and get that out there. If y'all want hoodies, sweatpants, hats, socks, gloves, hit the inbox. Until the next time, y'all. Y'all know what it is. Peace, 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 peace. 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 Peace.